Before we dive into today's episode, don't forget to check us out at bestyearever_pod on Instagram, bestyearever on YouTube and Blue Sky, or send us an email at bestyeareverpod@gmail.com. Also, don't forget to like, comment, rate, and subscribe on all your preferred podcast listening platforms.
All right, let's start this shit.
Hell yeah. Welcome to Best Year Ever, a movie podcast where each week, one movie at a time, we attempt to answer this very important question. Was 1999 the best year ever for movies? But now that we've wrapped up 1999, the question we're actually asking today is, what are the ones that got away? I'm your host, Casey, and with me is my co-host, Jesus, and our special reoccurring guest, Aristotle. Hi, you guys.
Hi,
Yay.
We did answer if 1999 was the best year ever for movies. We got out of... I think we watched 41 instead of 40. We should do, 20.
Yeah, I was like, where was the extra 20 that I wasn't here for?
I know. Because it gets a little confusing to me because it is episode 41, the last of 1999. But we would do 20. We did 21 because we just wanted to keep going with 1999. So of all of the yes and no, we had 38 yeses total. And
that's crazy.
I feel like only 10 no's or less than 10 no. So I didn't even count the no. Percentage-wise, more than 1994. So between 1999 and 1994, 1999 is winning by a lot.
What? No way. That's crazy.
So Aristotle, a little bit behind the scenes. Casey wanted to end 1994 initially because we were going to do all 100 of 1994. And Casey's like, no, I can't.
I can't do it.
That's so many movies. My God.
Yeah, and I was like, we got to switch it up. Like, people are going to get bored.
Yeah. But with 1999, we kind of didn't have that. We had the opposite problem. We kind of wanted to keep going.
Yeah, I could have kept going.
Yeah.
Looking at this list of movies from 1999, it's hard not to say that it's one of the best years ever for movies. And I understand why you'd want to keep going because there's some things you haven't watched. And I was like, oh, I can't believe you didn't watch that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's going to be our episode. I can't believe you didn't watch that. So, Aristotle, last time we had you here, we started with 1999 with you, with a movie that I wanted to watch that is not in the list. I added it to the list. It's Mama Tambien. Because it was a very formative movie for me. You really wanted to give it a no, but based on this movie. But what's your relationship with 1999? What do you remember about 1999 and the movies of 1999?
That's a tough question because I am terrible with that type of memory. Like childhood's a blur. Like it just happened. So I could not tell you.
How about this? Late 1990s, early 2000s, like Y2K is about to start.
Y2K is probably the clearest memory I have, and being slightly worried because I still didn't understand what that meant. But I remember Star Wars coming back. I remember going heavy after the action figures. Like,
oh yeah,
wanting to play with them, but also this idea that they were going to be like ultra collectible and rare, right? The 90s to me were dominated by Star Wars, and movies I think came out early 90s, but I was just getting to watch like Wayne's World and Mars Attacks.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Mars
VHS.
Yeah, VHS were on the kind of out, and CDs, DVDs were kind of start to pop in more. We didn't have Blu-rays yet. Laser discs, all of those were kind of gone. But I feel like 1999 was the end of peak cyberpunk in the sense of like hardware stuff, but the beginning of software cyberpunk with the Matrix and stuff like that. More about virtual reality, kind of philosophical moments like that.
I could see that. I could also see. I feel like we know that happened, but all I also really remember is the rise of like a much stronger rise of sexy horror movies of like a group of not teens but like young adults that are we're in college.
Yeah,
we're smoldering all the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, especially TV shows and like Buffy and the like movies like The Faculty. I think The Faculty was 97, 98.
That is the movie I'm thinking.
Yeah, of course. Casey is lost, but Faculty is a great horror movie.
Okay, noted. We'll never see it, probably.
No, unless I make you watch it. Yeah, no. Funny you mentioned that, Aristotle, because we kept mentioning that 1999 was a very horny year. Every movie that we watched had some sort of horniness or not even subtle. It was overtly horny. Most movies that we watched for some reason or another. Also, most movies that we watched were flops. So there was a lot of good movies, but a lot of flops in 1999.
This is true.
I'll say why. What else was going on in the world in 1999? Do you remember it all? Like, was there?
Well, and this is a good segue for the first movie I want to talk about.
Oh, okay.
So I feel like 1999 was the end of an era of innocence or boredom for, I'm going to be very specific, mostly white men, because it was a lot of like Office Space type of movies and a lot of like Rage Against the Machine, but more out of boredom than oppression, like Fight Club. Fight Club is a movie that I really wish Casey would see, and we might see it if we really want to. Let's be honest, if I want to, because I make Casey watch movies. And we might watch it before we go to the 80s, because I'm really curious if she likes it or not. I feel like it's a movie that is a really good movie. I don't want to talk too much about it because I do want Casey to watch it, but it's a movie that gets misinterpreted a lot. Kind of like Starship Troopers, where a lot of people don't get that it's about fascism. And it's one of those movies, we're the baddies movie. This movie also gets a lot of misinterpretations, especially by self-proclaimed alpha males type of person. Have you watched Fight Club, Aristotle? And of course you have, but...
I was going to say, I haven't, but I have heard, like, I feel like I've heard many philosophical discussions on it that I 100% understand and agree, because I've heard many people discuss that how it's about toxic masculinity, but that seems like at the time that's like too highbrow of a concept to have accepted.
Yeah,
too evolved.
Dumbing down that. I don't know why my thing did that. Okay, Aristotle, not to put you in the spot, but I will. Do you want to be on Fight Club episode? Because now we have to make a Fight Club episode.
Yeah, because it's one of the, like, at this point it's so easily watchable. At the time it was like I was too scared.
Yeah. Okay, let's do Fight Club before we do the 80s. It's happening. Because when I watched it, and I watched it around the time that it came, I don't remember if I watched it in the theater, but I was a teenager, so I had a different view of it than this one. Kind of like the next movie that we almost watched, but we didn't. The Boondock Saints. That is a movie for the late 90s teenager that was made for me, but it's also misinterpreted a lot, I feel like.
I'm also going to throw it out there. I haven't seen that one either, but that's one of those like college poster movies. I haven't heard anyone defend it though, so that's why I'm like I don't know.
It's a teenager from the late 90s fantasy movie. It really is. And out of because do we want to watch we want to watch Fight Club? Out of those two, I feel like Fight Club has the better story and philosophical tie-ins more to the 90s. But what other movies come out of you, Aristotle and or Casey? I know, Casey, you're not watching the list.
Sure, there are some movies. One of the ones that I wish we would have watched for this podcast was Girl Interrupted, because I think it's it's a great movie. It's so good. Chef's kiss.
Whoa, okay.
Wow. I feel like that could be a double feature. That could be like Fight Club, Girl Interrupted.
Girl Interrupted is with what's
Angelina Jolie?
Mm-hmm. She's in it, and Winona Ryder.
Winona Ryder. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen that. We almost saw it, right? I think.
I feel like if we had, I would have really pushed for it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm also there's movies on here on your list of watches that I think are great, and like this is a stands the test of time. It happens to have come out of 1999, and like how great things were. There's some movies that I'm just like, I love that movie. Double Jeopardy, great movie.
I don't think I know about this movie.
I don't even remember. I don't it's one of those things like I can't really tell you much about the details of the movie. I know Double Jeopardy is where like you can't be charged for the same crime twice, but it I believe takes place in New Orleans because that's how I then learned how crowded those cemeteries are and always wanted to go. But it's one of those like I remember what happened. I remember how it made me feel, and it was a great movie.
It's funny that there's some movies that, and I get this feeling too, that I really remember those movies, but they were not meant for me as a young kid or young adult. Because this is like about, I'm remembering now the plot, about a guy who fakes his death, blames it on his wife because he wants to keep his children inheritance something plot driven. And now Ashley Judd, who's the wife, wants to kill him because he's already dead. So you can't charge for murder twice, can you? Double Jeopardy. So stupid.
That's one of those that I would not have watched it if my mom wasn't already watching. Like I watched it with her.
See, I get those too because there's always something like a little bit of nostalgia or like, you know what, there's a more fuzzy feeling because I saw it with my mom or my dad or it's like someone like I kind of get into that headspace of when I was younger.
I also don't know if there's like an order you wanted to go through, but there's a movie that stood out to me as one of those all-time greats, and it's going to sound like a joke, but it's not. South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut is one of the great movies of all time. Like, it's one of those things, like, how did they allow this to happen? And it's actually just such a funny, good movie. I still think about it a lot. Like, I still reference it all the time, and I forget, like, oh yeah, that's 25 years old.
So old. Yeah, 26. Yeah. That movie was when I started watching South Park regularly. And I don't know why. Like, I feel like, some people stop with The Simpsons on their 9th season or 3rd season, or depending. Like, I feel like The Simpsons is depending how old you are before you start watching The Simpsons.
Yeah.
For me, that was South Park Day's movie. After the movie, I'm like, they can't go better than this. That was so good to me. I'm like, they're not gonna be better. So I started watching. I still watch a few episodes here and there, especially now where they're just dunking on Trump all the time, which is really funny to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like that was peak South Park to me, and then I'm like, I'm not gonna watch South Park anymore because that peaked in my head.
It's funny because I could see why, but to me it was I always loved cartoons, and my mom hated them, and so to me, like, they can be funny, obviously far more crass than most people can handle, but also still touch on real life stuff. Like at that time, in that age, I was learning about the world through South Park because it's so topical. Like there's no reason I should have known who Saddam Hussein was at that time, but he's in the fucking movie.
Well, it's funny.
Now, I know it's you haven't seen it, but have you seen Ghost Dog, Way of the Samurai?
And it's one of those that there's one clip on YouTube that just pops up every so often, and I wish we would have seen that one. Do you know? Like, I've never seen it. What is it about?
I don't even totally remember what it's about, but it's this is borderline The Ring, where like my mom's friends used to like burn DVDs, and so we did have a bunch of DVDs where like a marker with the name of the movie, and one day we got Ghost Dog, Way of the Samurai, and I was like, I have no idea. One day I watched it, and I remember same thing. Don't remember exactly what happened. It's just fucking awesome. It's Forrest Whitaker as a samurai. Like this, it was so moody and cool, and he's just like, I guess he knows. It was almost like him trying to be Steven Seagal a little bit.
Nice.
But better.
By the way, I gotta clarify, Casey, when Aristotle said burn, were you imagining burning like in a fireplace? Or were you imagining...
Oh my God, yeah. No, I was like, oh, that's crazy. I was thinking, I was going back to Virgin Suicides, where they're throwing the vinyls in the fireplace.
Okay. No.
They saw her face and like...
No. Whoa.
So Casey,
okay,
back in the day, when you copied to a CD...
I figured it out. I figured it out eventually.
Speaking of back in the day... Mm-hmm. I know. Like, you don't think about that anymore. Now you say, I mean, it was pirated, which it's still the term. But now I think it's more accepted than just burning CDs. Because,
Well, I
feel
mean,
like
is
it's
it because
somewhere in there?
there's no purpose to burn anything anymore?
That is correct.
It's all
Not
links.
so- It's all links now. It's all in the Matrix. Oh man, there's one movie that I kind of wish we saw just to get Casey's perspective on nostalgia. Because one of the things that I learned, Aristotle, is that for you and me, we're about the same age. I'm a little older than you, but our nostalgia is the 80s, early 90s, where there was a lot of puppets and physical things. So when we see that kind of like more physical things in movies, they're like, oh, that's warm and fuzzy. To Casey is bad CGI.
Yeah, bad CGI is my nostalgia, where I'm like,
That's
oh
her-
my
that's her
god,
puppet.
that's beautiful. I'm giving it all the hearts.
So I wanted to watch. It's not bad CGI, but it's early animated CGI, very early. Toy Story 2, and I
could
really
have
wanted
fucked
to
that
watch
up.
that.
I could have fucked
So
that up.
that-
Yeah.
Have you seen this movie, Casey?
Have I? I grew up on this movie. Of course, I've seen it.
I don't know. Yeah, Toy Story 2. And I remember there was one of those movies that at the time was like, whoa, it looks so realistic. And now you watch it like, ugh.
My favorite part of that movie is whenever Woody is getting restored and like they're painting over the boot and like the whole sequence is gorgeous.
The man with
And
the
just-
box.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Crazy.
Oh, yeah.
It goes so hard.
It really does. And
Mhm.
I know what you mean, but I because I feel like this is an interesting discussion, right? About CGI, bad CGI.
Mhm.
I wouldn't say Toy Story's bad CGI. It's
Mhm.
great
No,
CGI for its time.
Yeah,
Mhm.
early CGI. When I say
Whereas-
bad CGI, I mean early CGI.
Mhm.
Because now there's movies like that is horrific. Like someone did a bad job. Like there's no excuse.
Mhm.
We've talked about this, but there's a reason why there's a sense that back in the 90s and early 2000s, there was better CGI than now. And it was because they were figuring it out and they didn't know how to like really do CGI. So they were still using a lot of in-camera tricks like lighting, and that helped a lot. The CGI, like when it's dark, when there's one focus, one point of light, it's better CGI than when there's like more soft focus. Like there's a lot of things that have been lost in the last 20 years that when directors now pick up those things, it creates really good CGI. I just learned this like yesterday. There's a really bad Netflix movie with Jason Bateman as a terrorist, and it's all in LAX. Have you seen this movie? I'm not going to remember the name, but I saw this movie. It's a bad movie. It's trying to be Die Hard 2 when they're in the like airport, but it's like a bad version of that.
With Jason
It's
Bateman?
not
That's
as
crazy.
as a bad guy, as a terrorist. Yes,
Is it called Carry On?
yes, that movie.
Great name.
It's bad. It's bad
That is a good name. I will give it that. Yeah.
because it's about a carry on. Yeah,
Really?
Uh,
It is?
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. Very, 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 very clever. The only reason why you should watch it, and I'm gonna rewatch it just because of this. I learned yesterday. Obviously, they can't film in LAX because it's a very busy airport.
Yeah.
So all of the scenes of LAX, and I didn't clock this, were CGI, and all of the extras were CGI. So they basically just film in empty sound stages, but it's all lighting. It's all like it's so well done that like, oh, that is good. When it's invisible, that's really good CGI.
I thought you were going to go the other way, but also I think, wow, to your point, LAX, easy, everyone knows that kind of lighting, I guess, right? Point of reference versus we're standing on
Yeah.
an alien planet. Just shoot it in front of a green screen. Who knows?
Speaking of Alien Planet, I'm killing it with
Yeah.
the best Star Trek movie. I think we missed 1999. The best Star Trek movie, Galaxy Quest.
You did want to watch it. We never got to it. And I've seen it once
Yeah.
before, a very, very long time ago. So I could not tell you anything about it.
It's the only movie that what's his face.
Tim Allen.
Well, Tim Allen. Yeah, it's the only movie other than we did like the Santa Claus. We did like Tim Allen as Santa Claus in that movie.
We
But
did.
this is probably the only other good Tim Allen movie where he's really good in this movie.
I'm in the same boat. I remember watching it once at the time, but I haven't watched it since. And it's one where I really want to for Alan Rickman. I don't really want to because of Tim Allen. I'm like, I don't know. I'll get to it.
It's a good movie. Sam Rockwell's in it, and we watched Midsummer's Night Dream, and Sam Rockwell had a really, really, really tiny role there, but he saved the whole movie.
He did. It was crazy. It was really good.
It's so funny that Sam Rockwell plays a pretty prominent character in this Galaxy Quest, but in Midsummer Night's Dream, it was like so tiny. But it was still Sam Rockwell. He still stole that show. But yeah, you get to see. I don't know. You remember? You probably not, Casey. But Rainn Wilson, Dwight, is in Galaxy Quest.
No, I don't remember that at all. That's crazy.
I know, and he's in it a lot, which is crazier. But yeah, Galaxy Quest was one.
There's 2 movies on here that are also. Have you seen The Haunting? It's Renee Zellweger and like Owen Wilson and a few people that go to like a haunted house. And
yes,
this was one I remember seeing at the time. And in hindsight, so corny. My God, like not a good movie. There's a scene where Owen Wilson loses his head. And that was like, I think one of the first times I had like witnessed that kind of horror violence that it stuck with. Like, I remember it now, clearly. But it's like such a not anything movie that I want to say it's a good movie because.
No, Liam Neeson and Catherine Zeta-Jones is in The Haunting too. I need to rewatch that movie. In a not very Liam Neeson role, if I remember correctly.
That was one of those movies that at the time I could only recognize Renee Zellweger. And there's a scene too that bad CGI, or I think even at the time it was pretty bad CGI, but she's like in a very ornate bed with like lots of like angel babies kind of like around the bed, and they start moving. And I don't know, it was just a cool gothic thing at the time.
So famously, Casey doesn't like horror movies, but every time I talk about horror movies, she's okay with it. So I don't believe her that she. So we haven't really watched.
Be okay with it?
We haven't really watched a true horror movie, and that's why I'm excited about the 80s, because the 80s has really fucked up horror movies that I'm very excited to watch, like Poltergeist. Although will it still hold up? I don't know, but I want to know.
That's one of the movies I rewatch maybe every year, and I want to say it holds up. And I also like a handful of scenes that I would say are horror. Otherwise, this is a movie. Poltergeist is a movie I wouldn't worry about even showing my nephews. But he's also kind of extreme. But it's go ahead.
No, I was gonna say we survived Tim Curry's It as kids. I think that was fucked up, and that was a TV movie.
That's another great instance of like no CGI, just the way they did him is
which I don't think you've watched the It movies, right, Casey? No, yeah.
You are correct. I have not.
But the 80s has some of the best horror movies ever made. Like I mentioned it last time. I'm never gonna not mention The Thing. I think it's the greatest movie of all time.
And I believe The Thing is 82, right?
I'm gonna agree.
It's 82. Yes, it's 82. So if we go to the 80s, we're gonna watch The Thing, and then Casey's not gonna be able to sleep anymore ever.
Yay!
Okay, going back to the 90s, 99, and this is kind of horror adjacent, but I kind of wish we saw Deep Blue Sea because it has the best Samuel L. Jackson speech ever, I think, and then gets interrupted in a very epic way.
Deep Blue Sea, I have seen before. That was one of the movies, like, you know, your dad or your parent is watching it like on cable TV, and it has all the commercial breaks in it and everything, and so you just kind of like sit down and you watch it with him. And it's on my Letterboxd with 2.5 stars, so I think that
wow, well,
is accurate to how crazy, right?
One movie that I know it's a bad movie, but I love this movie with all my heart. Bicentennial Man.
That's one I didn't see. I remember the poster well. I remember the poster in the movie theater and recognizing it's Robin Williams, but being kind of off-put by the robot Robin Williams.
Well, it's a Isaac Asimov story, and Isaac Asimov is one of my favorite authors. It's a great Robin Williams in robot makeup, but it's I saw it recently. It's very boring. It's very slow, but it's philosophical. So but it's not Robin Williams. I don't know. You could have put anyone in that robot suit and it would have been fine. Like, I felt like Robin Williams toned it down a bit too much.
Interesting.
But it has good ideas. It's kind of like, it's not as bad, but it's kind of like the 13th Floor, which it has really good ideas, but it's badly executed. Have you seen the 13th Floor, Aristotle? You're making faces.
No, but I this is purely a visual thing. Right above the computer is like a bunch of paperback books I have. And I was like, wait, do I have any? I don't have any Isaac Asimov up here, but I do have Starship Troopers. So,
which is another movie that I want to watch with Casey and see what she thinks about that movie. One of my favorite movies, and it's I feel like maybe one of two movies that Denise Richards is great in. She's great in this movie.
Yes,
because that role was what it needed to be, and that's it.
Yeah, that's another same. I loved that movie, but in hindsight, I don't. I remember having to beg my mom to watch it, and she's never wanting to let me. And now, I'm like, oh yeah, I understand. Scars from that movie. But what I remember is giant bugs.
Giant bugs. And as a 16-year-old Jesus watching, or 14, I think, when this came out, shower scene.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
It's a great movie. Casey is very lost.
I would like to remain that way for right now.
It's like you said earlier. It's a great movie.
No, it's a great movie.
Yeah, and
go ahead.
Very young Neil Patrick Harris.
Very young. Yeah, I watched this movie with my wife recently. I watch this movie like once a year, and for some reason or another, my wife never seen it, so I watched it with her. I didn't tell her anything about it. Halfway through the movie, was like, "Wait a minute, are they?" I'm like, "Yep." If you don't know, I won't tell you. I won't spoil it. But it's very clear at the end of the movie, you're rooting for the bad guys, and it's great. It's great. I guess that's not really a spoiler because it's kind of the beginning, like you get really heavy hints. But halfway through, like, oh, I know who you're talking about.
Though I also think it's one of those, you get them every so often, famously The Shining. But I think the author, Robert Heinlein, his name's right in front of me, hated the movie. We love it as a society, but he was like, that's not what my book's about.
Because he was kind of right-wing, right?
I think so. Remember.
Yeah, he was, yeah. So the movie's like very left-wing.
Yeah.
So the movie's
kind of cool, yeah.
I never read the book, actually. I do want to read the book.
Me neither. It's here for looks.
For vibes alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy that you acknowledge that.
I'll get to it eventually, but not anytime.
Yeah, I have a row of I'll get to books.
There's another movie on this list that I think is one of those. I think it was not lost, but unreleasable for a long time.
I think you read my mind because I was going to talk about it. Go ahead.
Stigmata?
Oh,
okay.
No, but close. I was thinking Dogma, which is close.
Oh, no. Yes, I'm thinking Dogma. Sorry, not Stigmata. Okay, yes. Dogma. Do you remember why that even is? That it was like tucked away for so long?
Yeah, it's one of the least horrible. I'm gonna say the least horrible thing that he did, but he also did this. Harvey Einstein.
Oh,
wait, what's his name?
Harvey Weinstein.
Weinstein, yeah. So he owned the rights of distribution, and out of spite, he didn't want it released. So finally, Kevin James somehow got
Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith, sorry.
Yeah,
sorry.
Totally different movie.
Sorry, Kevin Smith.
Whoa!
Oh no. Here I switch last name and first names, and yeah, I'm always gonna be 83% correct on things. I'm never gonna be 100% correct. But yeah, Dogma was for the longest time unreleasable, undistributable. It finally, Kevin Smith got the rights this year, and he's going to release it. I was hoping he would release it in time for us to watch it for this episode. It is one of those movies that I think I saw when it came out, didn't understand it, and then I've seen a lot of clips. I know about it, but I haven't actually seen it again. I do know. So, in case if you don't know, Dogma is about two angels that fall on Earth, and they're trying to prevent the end of the world. Blah blah blah. There's a lot of parodies and criticism of the Catholic Church and the Church in general. So at the time, there was a lot of protests by churchgoers, and like they picketed the screenings and all that. And one of those picketers was Kevin Smith.
Yeah, he hid in the picketers, right?
Oh.
So yeah,
Because
yeah, and he appeared in the news picketing his own movie.
he directed
And she's
it.
like, yeah, he directed this movie.
Another fun twist of the movie that you may not expect if you don't know anything about it is that it also has Jay and Silent Bob.
Oh yeah.
They're in this movie.
Yeah. Also, yeah, Loki is in it. They have like a lot of like weird characters, and yeah, Jay and Silent Bob are in most of Kevin Smith's movies.
I want to say also Alan Rickman, right?
Yeah.
Alan Rickman.
He's in it.
Yeah.
And
Penelope Cruz, right?
Penelope Cruz and what's her name? Oh my god, she's the one in Doctor Strange. Is it Tilda Swinton also in it?
You might be thinking the other. No, it's not Tilda Swinton. Oh, Alanis Morissette is in it as God.
Okay, yes. I remember
Constantine. You might be thinking she was in Constantine.
Another great movie about heaven and hell.
Yeah. But yeah, Dogma. I kind of want to watch it when it comes out. Eventually, I hope it comes out this year. It should come out this year. But yeah, it'll eventually come out.
Salma Hayek. That's who it was. Not Penelope Cruz. That was my bad.
That's
This was one
Mexican.
of the movies. Oh my god. This was one of the movies that I watched at way too young of an age. Probably watched it pre-2006, making me 5 or 6. I just remember watching this with my parents growing up. That's all I can recall.
Dogma?
Wow.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
It's the same where I was way too young to have watched it, but it's one of those movies that stuck with me, questioning like what would happen. You know, who is the good guy, who's the bad guy?
I remember watching it, but I just don't remember anything philosophical about it. I think I was just seeing Salma Hayek, or I don't know. I think I just saw angels with guns, and that was
also
fun.
Chris Rock. Completely forgot Chris Rock's.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of that in this year. Of like, oh yeah, he's in that. Oh yeah, that guy. But they're really very young, and I think that's going to happen a lot in the 80s too. Casey, so you watched Toy Story 2. Did you watch Tarzan?
Yes. Yeah. It's funny. So when my high school for graduation, like you got to do like your own little slideshow for the ceremony, and I chose like "You'll Be in My Heart" for my graduation song because I wanted to make everybody cry, and I felt really good about that.
Wait, so you sang "You'll Be in My Heart"?
No,
like
I didn't
solo?
sing it. No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Oh.
I used it in my like slideshow.
I see. I was like, whoa, brave.
I was very excited right now because I was gonna make you sing.
That's really funny. 2 movies that I want to bring up because I feel like in this podcast we watch way too much action. We don't watch nearly enough rom-coms.
That's true.
I think we need more rom-coms. Runaway Bride, so good, love it.
Never seen
10
it.
out of 10. And then 10 Things I Hate About You, also fantastic. One of the reasons why I wanted to bring up 10 Things I Hate About You specifically is my high school boyfriend for my birthday drew this card, 17 Things I Like About You, for my 17th birthday. That was like the only nice thing that he did, but he like redid it with us on the cover. I have that photo of it because that's when I threw it away after he broke up with me. But I was like, but you know what? I'll take a photo of it because like this is a good story for later. But
whoa.
Yeah.
Great foresight.
I know. I knew that this would happen
Also, a Shakespeare adaptation.
Yes. Yeah.
Which
Young.
Young Heath Ledger.
Oh yeah, young, hot, steamy Heath Ledger and
broody, very broody.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. We also got him.
I was gonna say there's a lot of people that are way young in that movie that you forget about or don't forget about.
So I've never seen that movie, or maybe I did, but I just forgot about it. And then after we watched A Midsummer's Night Dream, I wanted to watch better Shakespeare adaptations, so I watched 10 Things I Hate About You, and it's so much better. It's actually
so
a good movie.
You know, we could have
It holds
also
up.
watched Titus, which is an adaptation of Titus Andronicus.
Yep.
I actually would have said no to that because I had to watch it purely for school, and I did not like it, and would probably not watch it again.
But maybe outside of school circumstances, it's interesting. I don't know, but
Is
Julie
that
Taymor is not. I don't love her.
is that Anthony Hopkins in that
Yeah.
movie?
Mhm.
Okay, I've never seen it. I just remember the
It's
poster.
such like an artsy like jerk off movie. Like it's so like oh, God.
It's
Get over
you
yourself.
don't like that because that is your kind of movie.
No, I like it when it's. I don't like it when it's like visually artsy. You know, like that's why The Insider is so good for me.
Oh,
because it's
that is
like
true. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, we watched Con Air because I wanted Casey to watch peak, like a peak Nicolas Cage 90s Nicolas Cage movie.
Would you agree that Con Air is a peak Nicolas Cage 90s movie?
Yes, and that I think it's almost always the first movie that comes to mind when you mention Nicolas Cage to anyone.
Interesting.
I think he's done a lot more since that will kind of not cover that up in a shameful way, but like, oh, we can mention this now instead. But Con Air is really like big fucking swing of a movie. Oh my God.
Wow.
Well, because I gave her three options: Con Air, The Rock, or Face Off.
I don't know why. I used to love Face Off, and there's no reason I should have. I just think as a child, I loved the idea of like, what if I took my face off and put it on your face?
So stupid. This is not a good segue, but it would have been a couple of movies ago. Kevin Smith was okay. So here's a big story to get to something because it also involves Harvey Weinstein and Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith was tasked to write or wanted to write the Superman movie, wanted to direct and write the Superman movie. So we almost got Nicolas Cage as Superman. There you go, segue. And for one reason or another, Harvey Weinstein wasn't sold on it. And while that was happening, one of the stipulations for the Superman movie is that he wanted a big fight with a spider at the end for reasons. So we didn't get that, but we got Wild Wild West with a big spider fight at the end.
Hell yeah. Massive Will Smith fan at the time because Men in Black is another one of the, like, I was big into Aliens. So anything with Aliens, Men in Black. Also, just to plug this because it's been a long time into RIP. But there's a documentary called The Death of Superman Lives, and it's about Kevin Smith's Superman.
Yeah.
And the director of that documentary also passed away, but he was one of the directors for Metalocalypse, which is just a fun, like, man, what a cool guy. But it's still out there. But Wild Wild West. Is that it?
Also,
99?
99. And the reason why Will Smith passed on The Matrix.
You know what? Thank God.
Yeah, there's no way.
No, yeah.
Well, Will Smith said that he passed on The Matrix because the Wachowskis did a really bad job at pitching The Matrix. And I kind of believe that because they're kind of weird because they're all, especially back then, I feel like they were the Matrix man and all that. And I think after they pitched it to Will Smith is when they got some concept art and all that, and they repitched it better to Keanu Reeves and all that.
Wait, Will Smith is Neo?
Yeah, that's Neo. The Wachowski sisters wanted Will Smith, like that was their first choice for Neo.
Can't see that.
No. No.
I think it would have been a very different take, but if I put my head in the 90s, Will Smith was a very charming leader kind of type of person, and Neo was supposed to be a leader, which Keanu Reeves never really did. He never really led. You got Morpheus for that.
But I think that's what made it better, right? Was now anyone can be Neo. We were all understanding, like, yeah, what is going on?
I think it made a different movie. But yeah, we would have got, in an alternate universe, we would have got Will Smith.
But also back to, do you remember the glasses from Wild Wild West? I remember those being a big fucking, and they were like so expensive. Yeah, those, I'm pretty sure they had the I don't know what you call it. They're like horse reins on the side of the glasses.
Very steampunk. Was this the beginnings of steampunk? I feel like we didn't really have a lot of steampunk before this.
I feel like it must have been out there, but it probably planted those seeds in more minds.
Yeah. What was it with the late 90s sunglasses? Because always had you also had the Matrix glasses,
Matrix
which
glasses.
I really wanted the Morpheus glasses. Super impractical, but I wanted them.
It's a cool trick if you could pull it off.
Mm-hmm.
And now all you really need is some like little oval glasses, and anyone will just call you.
Yeah. Which I almost bought oval glasses, but thank God I didn't.
I remember there also being a really big tie-in at Burger King for Wild Wild West. And that was another movie that for whatever reason, my mom was opposed to me seeing in theaters, even though there's no reason, for as far as I can remember, to not have seen it.
I feel like Wild Wild West had a lot of, because it dealt with slavery and things like that in a very not okay way. So I felt like it wasn't appropriate for other reasons. Not there wasn't nudity or things like that, but
I think she was
like
just
Starship
annoyed.
Troopers.
Annoyed.
Honestly, probably.
Yeah.
I thought of Will Smith. One kind I wanted to watch. We almost watched this one, Office Space, just because it was filmed where I used to work in Casey Works around that area in Irving. And like if you live here, Irving, especially back in the 90s, but Irving is so boring looking. Everything is beige. Everything is just one big highway and a bunch of office buildings. So it was perfect for what it meant to be a white male board in the 90s. And I think you've never seen this, right, Casey? But you know the memes. Like, there's
iconic scenes in that movie that like endure today.
Like, I'm sure you've heard me say this, or you probably said this yourself. If you get this to me soon, it would be great.
Oh, yeah, like that. Mm-hmm, definitely.
Like, there's so many little things.
The stapler.
Yeah.
More than anything, I feel like I can't remember, was this like a hip-hop music video thing that they did in the movie? Or did the movie then influence everyone to smash computers in open fields? Because like that's a thing that's still...
It's a chicken and the egg thing. I don't remember.
Because
that's really funny.
Every good thing turns into a Family Guy reference, right? And I feel like that's been a multiple time Family Guy reference. Is them just like, we're going to show up to the field, slow-mo, and smash something.
Yeah. And Office Space was also the blueprint for a lot of sitcoms like The Office and like a lot of workplace type of sitcom. So it also started a lot of things. But I kind of want to start winding down on 1999. And I kind of asked you guys all about your mindset of Y2K and the end of the world, because that was a big thing too. Mm-hmm. The rapture was happening. By the way, the rapture I think happened last week or something like that.
Yeah, it's happened about 10 times.
Yeah. But we didn't really watch a lot of end of the world movies, but we had a bunch of them. The one that I remember the most is End of Days. Because you had Stigmata, you did have that one. But you also had End of Days, where all I remember, and I don't know if it's happened in the movie, but I should remember, this is where Arnold Schwarzenegger punches the devil in the face.
I don't remember. I also don't even necessarily remembering Y2K being a end of the world thing, but could be the end of the world, but more than that, Stone Age kind of thing. And again, as a child, no idea what the hell you're talking about. Like, I don't even have a computer. What do you mean they're going to go backwards? And I think for lots of reasons, more end of the world stuff starts to come early 2000s.
Crazy.
Again, I feel like it's every so often, like early 2000s and then 2012, a lot of end of the world thing.
We get the masterpiece movie 2012.
It's a great horror movie or disaster movie. But what I remember about the Y2K is that my aunt bought into all of that, and she had she stockpiled water and toilet paper. Why do we always go for toilet paper in times of crisis?
I think just so hopefully we're not sitting around covered,
This
like
is
at the very least. If I'm going to be fighting for end of days, I want to at least be kind of comfortable. And
then I also remember us in my aunt's, another aunt's house, all of our family, waiting for, and I think it was Singapore or another country that was the first one to get to the year 2000 and see what happened there. And then after that, like, oh, okay, we're fine. Nothing happened. Because there was a real fear.
How old are you again, Casey? Or I guess, how old are you in 1999?
Ha!
4 months old by the end of 1999.
Okay.
So no recollection of this this moment
Because
in history.
I was 7. So, like, again, most of what I know now was retroactive. And I'm also remembering, like, oh, yeah, Futurama, right? Like, that's, I think, my more hopeful ideal of what that would look like. And then I also forgot, I think one of the first episodes of Family Guy is about white.
It probably is. I feel like I should know this. I watch Family Guy literally every single night. I just know that episode. Yeah, sorry. Go.
There's a joke that I still reference to this. I don't, not out loud, but to myself. Show me potato salad, because they're like, they run across a gang of like, if you want to get through the wasteland, you have to beat our riddle. And he like points to nothing. Yeah, that's, again, more things I learned. And Righteous Gemstones. One of the seasons is about how they, and that's when I knew people did that, but I guess I hadn't really considered how severely some people would have fought.
Never seen that show. I do want to watch that show.
I feel like you're either going to really love it or really hate it, honestly.
Which is how I feel about you and Fight Club.
That's good.
Before we leave, let's pick one movie that we really, really wanted to watch. We did it. We may come back to. Okay, this one movie. It's a bad movie. I saw it recently. It doesn't hold up. You would have hated Casey. But when I was a kid, I thought it was the funniest movie ever. Idle Hands.
Never heard of it.
It's about this. It's a teenager coming of age, late 90s teenager movie.
This looks horrible.
It's
right
about,
off the get-go.
It's about this teenager's right hand or left hand, one of his hands, gets possessed by a demon and it starts murdering people. And that's the movie.
Yeah, this looks horrible.
It's Jessica Alba and
Seth Green.
Seth Green, yeah. And Devon Sawa, who's, I told you he was like the teenage boy from the late 90s, early 2000s.
Sure,
like he was everywhere. Yeah.
I feel like we don't have those as much anymore.
No.
Which I guess for a good reason, but it's a lot of just like that man, or even older men, like Pedro Pascal and Diego Luna. Like those are our now teen boy idols.
Being in my 40s, I'm so happy that the hot man of this era is men in their 40s. I'm like, I mean, obviously, I'm a 1 compared to Pedro Pascal's 10, but still, age range.
Even like, a 1? That's crazy.
Is it Pedro Pascal? Okay, I gave myself at 3. I'll do that.
No, I was thinking like 0.25.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Yeah, I knew you were going to say
that. I know we're in terms of years far away from that. Or I guess not even really that far away from that, right? Because he was in Buffy. But
yeah, he was in Buffy.
This is my current theory that usually I'll watch on your face as you see what I mean. Can you tell me a good movie that Pedro Pascal is in?
I would say Fantastic Four.
Oh, Fantastic
Four.
It's a good movie, but it's not a great movie.
Right. So I think that Fantastic Four is really what did it for me. That I was like, you know what? He's not great at picking movies. I think him and Oscar Isaac to some degree. I will say there is a movie called Freaky Tales he did that's fantastic, but it was a sleeper.
Aristotle. I thought of one. And I had to be honest, your theory is not wrong. I had to really think about it. And I've only seen, there's a lot of caveats for you mentioned in this movie. I've only seen it once, but I really, really liked the unbearable weight of massive talent.
Okay. See, I haven't seen it, but yes, that's one that comes up the most.
Coincidentally, you say that Pedro Pascal is not great at picking movies. It has Nicolas Cage in it, who arguably is not great at picking movies either.
Same. Except, I know we're getting way off. Long Legs. I loved it. I know not everyone does, but
I've never seen it. I do want to watch it.
Casey, it's not a Casey movie. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
If you don't like horror, you're not gonna like Long Legs.
No, my sister-in-law and her boyfriend are big horror movie buffs. Like she studied horror movies, like when she was in film school, like really into it. Awesome. Hated Long Legs though. Hate to say it.
A lot of people did, and I get it, but I'm a I'm
I
a
do
sucker
wanna
for
watch it.
witchy stuff.
Yeah.
I do want to watch it. Ooh, well, because I was gonna say I like horror movies, and I like horror movies that are horror movies and then have a message. I don't like horror movies that the message supersedes the story.
Mhm.
I love Weapons. I don't know if you've seen Weapons,
Oh yeah,
but Weapons it's a witchy movie. Spoilers.
big
Spoilers?
time.
Is that spoilers?
At this
Kind
point,
of.
I don't think so because
Yeah.
I think they did a fantastic job of not revealing the
Yeah.
end, which is all over social media now. But like, I didn't know that lady was coming.
No, me neither. And I think it's a movie that Casey would absolutely hate because she hates jump scares and also gore stuff.
Actually,
So-
I also hate jump scares. I think they're cheap for a horror movie. Like, that's not what should be scary. Weapons has one of the best jump scares I've ever experienced. I was like, shit, I can't believe that works so well on me. Oh my god.
I feel like I know which one is it. I won't spoil it because in case we watch this movie, I do want to see, like, we've started to do Halloween specials and holiday specials.
Mhm.
We did our first full video episode,
Mhm.
and we watched 2 movies for it with the whole feature. We didn't go scene by scene, which kind of like this, thoughts and feelings. For our Halloween movie was Practical Magic. Horrible movie. It was so boring. For mine was Cabin in the Woods, which is also not really a horror movie, but it kind of is.
I think it is. What? It's a horror movie.
I feel like it's a movie about horror movies, but not really being a horror movie. Maybe the last 5-10 minutes is just pure carnage, but
I think that's my favorite kind. Is again, I don't want a jump scare. I want it to make you think, which I guess it doesn't do. But I appreciated the trick because I didn't know anything about that movie when I saw it.
Mhm.
oh, we did watch Midsommar, however you want to say it.
I love Midsummer, but I think it's
which is-
because it is so bright of a movie that like it's not scary.
But that was really a horror movie. Like, that is a horror movie.
I think that's a better example of also a movie. I'm sorry I haven't seen, but like on its face, it's not a scary movie, but the ideas that it leaves you with are scary.
Hmm.
I'd never seen that before. And when we watched it, I was in Finland during Midsummer, and that's why we watched it. I was never invited to a weird culty pagan ritual, luckily, because we concluded that Casey and I would have absolutely been enticed
Fallen
to go
for it,
there, and
yeah.
we would have been sacrificed right away.
Sounds amazing. I mean, up until the
You would have
second.
been sacrificed. I think I could have climbed up the ladder of the cult. I'll say it.
No, you're too ambitious.
Speaking
You have
of
too
horror,
many ideas.
I know you were wrapping up, but I was looking through the list like, oh my god, I can't believe this came out. I can't believe this came out.
I know.
I'm saying this off of horror movies. Have you seen American Beauty?
I'm kind of like resistant to ever watch it. If I like,
This is
haven't
what-
seen it thus far, Mhm.
Yeah. That's one that I'm like, I'm glad I did see that, and I don't really want to rewatch it, but it is another one that like, oh, pretty dramatic impression on young mind.
Yeah.
We almost saw it, and I didn't want to put Casey through that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I saw it when I was a kid. Extremely problematic now for obvious reasons.
Onslaught of reasons. Actually, one of them. No, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
One of I think there's only one problematic reason that isn't part of what the movie's about.
Mhm, yeah.
Well, and I think with an adult, because when I watched it, I was a teenager, so I would watch it through a teenager age, and I just saw boobies and like, ooh, boobies. I'm a teenage kid. But through an adult, being the age that the main protagonist is, I'm like, that's weird. That is not in my headspace. And I really wish we didn't watch that one, but we did watch Election. And I don't know if you've seen that movie recently. Reese Witherspoon, Matthew Broderick, apparently Obama's favorite political movie, we found out. It's a great movie, and it features on that same realm of storytelling that is American Beauty, and kind of same subjects, kind of same ideas, but it criticizes them, and it's like it very clearly says if you are an adult man, you shouldn't be fantasizing about high schoolers. That's just weird. American Beauty, I don't think it does that. I think it's more like a little bit, if I remember correctly, I haven't seen it in a while, puts the blame on the teenage kid a little bit, which is very, very weird.
I haven't watched it in a long time. I don't remember, but I do feel like, though it doesn't necessarily criticize the man as much. So do you remember how it ends?
Yeah.
Okay. Because that I feel like is the ultimate criticism.
Yeah.
But otherwise, it's not really criticizing him, but I do feel like it's, if it weren't for goddamn Kevin Spacey, it would otherwise be a pretty good movie, not to rewatch, but to continue the conversation, because like it's obviously still happening. Like that hasn't gone away.
One of my favorite movies for the longest time was Baby Driver. Great movie. And I hate that I want to watch it again. It's a great movie. Both Kevin Spacey and I forget the other guy, the protagonist. He's also kind of problematic. Yeah.
Wait, why the? Oh, that's for later. I didn't know about that.
I think he messaged something, underage girls or something like that, which is very stupid. But like, and we don't have to get into it, but like separating the art from the artist kind of thing, it's hard. I can justify myself more in movies because it's a bigger deal than one person. Like I love the Harry Potter movies, and the author is a horrible human being, and I don't want to give them more money, but I watching the Harry Potter movies is kind of like a tradition for me every holiday. And Baby Driver kind of same thing. One like I still like watching Woody Allen movies from time to time. Like Midnight in Paris is one of my favorite movies also.
That's how I feel about Rosemary's Baby.
We almost watched a Roman Polanski movie, but we didn't want to.
If it wasn't already, well, that's not true. This has been going on forever. But if I didn't know about everything Roman Polanski did before watching Rosemary's Baby, then I probably never would have watched it. But it's too late.
One of those things. Yeah, because I think I forget which movie popped up. That was Roman Polanski from 1999. I've never seen it. We've never seen it. So we're like, we've never seen it. We don't want to give him more. I don't know if he's earning money or not. But I have a friend who he is kind of pure in a way, but he's also very, very white. And he's a Gen Xer. He'll say things that are like, "Oh, don't say that." But he doesn't know. And one of the things that he kind of mentioned, because I forget I think it might have been Baby Driver. And I'm like, I don't want to see that because Kevin Spacey. And he's like, I don't want to know about it. I don't need to know this. And I'm like, you kind of maybe do need to know things like that. Because I feel like it comes from a place of he's never really been affected in that kind of way. So there's not that sense of responsibility that some people might have, or empathy some people might have. And like, I can't separate art from the artist, but I do have a limit, and I do think those lines are very personal. So I don't know. It's hard for me to judge people watching XYZ movies.
To steer away from it is because what was the movie that we watched with your guy that did The Fifth Element or whatever?
Oh,
Bruce Willis or
no,
the director.
The director.
The Professional, Leon the Professional.
Yeah, just watching you struggle with that so much during that movie, I'm like, I don't want him to endure that again. Let's steer away from it.
We are gonna watch The Fifth Element at one point, because that is
one day. It's a good movie.
My favorite movie. Like I always put that at number one, no matter what. If I'm sad, I'm gonna watch that movie. If I'm happy, I'm gonna watch that movie. Like that is, to me, better than any Star Wars movie in any given time. And that's the only movie that'll say that about that movie. And it is Luc Besson. Like I also wanted to watch Joan of Arc, and it's a Luc Besson movie. But then like, not as good. It's also very obvious why he did that movie with Miguel Jovovich. And The Professional was also icky because it was based on his own relationship with his wife. He met his wife when she was 12. He was 31, and they married when she was 16, and he was older. So super problematic. But I feel like The Fifth Element. I love that movie
Because
so much.
it's like it's a little bit more
But it's
separate.
very
Beyond
different.
beyond the professional, it was kind of like there were hints of it in there, and you were really depressed. And I was like, we don't need to do this again.
That might happen in the 80s, to be honest.
Yeah.
We might watch Weekend in Bernie's, and like that's going to be hard to talk about. Okay, so do you guys have a last movie you want to talk about? Because I do have one in my head that I want to end with.
Aristotle, are you good on time, or like do you need to like skedaddle?
No, I'm good, especially for wrapping it. Big Daddy, come on, Big Daddy.
Yeah,
great movie.
Yeah, well, is it though?
I think it's one of Adam Sandler's better movies for sure.
Yes,
like
that and Little Nicky.
Little Nicky's a lot of fun, but I have grown tired of seeing Adam Sandler do his voices and faces. I just want him to like, and he's so, I almost want to say earnest in Big Daddy, even though he's still angry, but like Happy Gilmore, he's over the top angry. Big Daddy, he's just like, I believe that's a real person. That and Click. So good.
Click is underrated. I feel like people hate on Click, but it's a really good movie. Big Daddy, I think I just saw it once, and I do want to watch it again. I think that's a good one to watch again.
Little tiny baby Sprouse brothers.
Yeah, no, I don't remember that. Yeah, no, I have to watch it again. I just remember the poster of Adam Sandler and the kid peeing on the wall. Like that's my memory of that movie. What about you, Casey? Any movie that stands out?
I mean, really, just the ones I've already mentioned. I mean, if I had to pick one, probably Runaway Bride, because I just love that movie so much. I think it's so good.
Yeah, I've never seen that movie. Yeah, we might want to watch it. One that I kind of really want Casey to watch, if it wasn't Fight Club, it was this one. But I think Fight Club is arguably and objectively a better movie. Being John Malkovich.
Yeah.
It's such a weird movie. Have you seen it, Casey?
No, I haven't, but I've been thinking about watching it recently because we watched Con Air.
Yeah. And also John Cusack. John Malkovich and John Cusack, too. Have you seen it, Aristotle?
I haven't, but that's another same where I was like, I should watch this. Why haven't I watched this?
So I feel like this is a very 90s movie, kind of like Office Space was. Because The Matrix is not really a 90s movie. It's a movie that can be a little bit timeless. And it's a beginning of 2000s, but it's not a 90s movie. Being John Malkovich, kind of like Office Space, and a little bit Fight Club, I think really tells you what it felt to live in the 90s in a very, very weird way. It's so self-referential. It's very meta, and it tells you not to take it seriously, but it takes itself seriously. So I think also it's one of those movies that got lost in a lot of like what people thought it was about. So one of the movies that I think, Casey, you would either hate or really, really love. And I feel like you really, really would love it. Just because it's a smart movie. It's a dumb, smart movie. All right, so we are going to watch Fight Club because I got Aristotle excited enough to watch that one, and now Casey feels obligated, but I'm okay with that.
I think we're all gonna enjoy it. I'd assume, based off of what I've heard.
Yeah.
Yes, and I recently rewatched not all of it, a little bit of it. So I think it still holds up. I don't know. I might be wrong, but I think it's pretty good.
We'll find out.
We'll have so many things to say. At least that'll come out of that movie. That'll be sometime in the future. But for now, Aristotle, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Anything you want to plug? Anything you're working on? You want to talk about?
Nothing at the moment. Nothing that's coming to mind.
Well, follow Aristotle on socials. I'll put it in the description.
I'm out there somewhere.
You put a lot of stories, not a lot of posts, but a lot of stories.
It's a millennial thing, right? The once a month.
It is.
I enjoy that little bit of like, I'll put something.
Yeah. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the episode, we are going to determine what year from the 1980s we're going to watch. And I'm going to put up a poll. Aristotle, if you have a preference, you can try to influence the one audience that we have out there. We're gonna choose between 1982, which does have Nightmare on Elm Street, I believe, and it has Tron, Poltergeist, and The Thing, and Blade Runner. 84. Oh, 84 is Nightmare on Elm Street, Ghostbusters, Terminator, Amadeus, and Gremlins. Or 89, which I think is better for like arguably an objectively good movies like Dead Poet Society, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, which it is my favorite Indiana Jones of all of the Indiana Jones movies. And, Ghostbuster 2 and When Harry Met Sally, rom-com. Can't get better than that, Casey. I've
That's
never
fair.
seen that movie.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that earlier, and I immediately thought, I was like, wait, I feel like there's less rom-coms in the 80s than there are in the 90s.
I think 89, like around those, is when they kind of start popping up. But it's different rom-coms. I feel like in the 80s, the rom-coms are middle-aged man or like city girl that goes to us like a out of place kind of thing. Rom-coms in the 90s, I feel like a more teenager type rom-com.
That's fair.
But yeah, so we're gonna see which one of those 3 years we're gonna talk about on the next season, our third season. That'll be in the near future. But for now, we're gonna do Fight Club. Yay! We'll do some one-off, some minisodes, and then in a month or two, we'll start with the 80s once we determine which year. But until then, see you later. Bye.
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 Did we miss your favorite 99 movie? Were you yelling at your car, radio, laptop, or wherever you hear us? We'd love to know which one we missed. Please email us to bestyeareverpod@gmail.com. You can DM us to bestyearever_pod on Instagram. We're also on YouTube, bestyeaverpod. We do upload shorts there regularly, and we have one full episode as of now. But as always, follow us, rate us, subscribe to Best You Ever on Apple Pod, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.